A trucking giant falls, and out of its ashes are born another success story. A headline you need to hear about coming up on Making the World a Better Place, one story at a time. The ever present and always learning Boss Man, coming to you from the Truth in Broadcasting Network, a collaborative think tank for advanced trucking journalism. Become a subscriber, stick around, like this program. It's about to get real. Yep, it's about to get real because we're going to talk about what happens when you fail at running a trucking company. We've said stuff like people that have been involved in accidents move on to other companies, safety directors move on to other jobs. Well, when you fail as big as a $700 million failure, why not let you do it again? We're talking about Standard Forwarding Freight, sold, rebranded, and reloaded with a leadership team so familiar you'd think they were reuniting for a high school football game. That $700 million experiment I was talking about, that was Yellow Corporation. A couple of years back, they folded and went belly up. Well, yeah. Some of the leaders from that company have just gotten themselves quite the deal. Alongside them come Jack Cooper's division. They also had a problem. Had a great company until they lost their contracts and they then couldn't stay afloat. So now the executives behind both of these back-ended deals are now repackaged in a new company, promising a new era for trucking. Come on, y'all know my opinions about corporate elites. Some of them don't even deserve the time of day. And what's being framed as a strategic maneuver, logistics powerhouse DHL has offloaded Standard Forwarding Freight to a private equity group called Sakim Holdings. Well, apparently they can't handle what they're doing, so they're giving it off to these yahoos. Sound fancy? Well, here's where it gets interesting. The same guys from Yellow and Jack are now in charge of fixing SFF, and the same leaders who oversaw the downfall of one of trucking's biggest LTL carriers are now promising a new vision. Tell me, how does that work? Folks, I was all set to provide you with names and pictures and all that, but you know what? When you've failed once, I'm not going to give you the time of day. I don't need to say much more than that. Just let me ask you this. What's different here? What have they learned from their past failures? What's going to go on now any differently that we should trust them to turn this company around? Why should truckers believe in this new vision when the people running it are the same ones that ran Yellow into the ground? Look, I want to believe that Sakim Holdings is making a smart move. And I want to believe that Standard Forwarding Freight can become a powerhouse in LTL. But history, my friends, tells us otherwise. Yellow, let me remind you, Yellow had $700 million in taxpayer money before it went belly up. That was your money. And now, all this time later, these same people have been handed the keys to a new company with private backing. These private investors, have you guys really done your due diligence? Have you really done your research? Or is this a members only club? If this fails, who do you think is going to pay the price? You think those guys are going to care? You think they're going to pay the price? No, it's going to come down to the truckers. It's going to come down to the shippers that depend on them. And it's going to come down to the people that pay the bills. Look, the road ahead is really in your control. But for these people, I don't think they have a clue. They failed once, and now they're trying to do it again. Trucking is brutal. Companies rise and fall all the time, but this isn't just another sale. It's a test case. It's a pattern, and we're watching it unfold in real time. If updates like this intrigue you, check out our Frontlines podcast on the weekends at 7 o'clock. And think about this. If you've done it once, you can do it again. I've said that about these failures, and I'm telling you that now about your success. Do your part, make trucking great again. Comment down below what you think of this story. Hit the like button and give us a thought next time you want to look up trucking news that makes a difference. Because in the end, it's the trucks that make the deliveries, but it's you that make a difference. Until next time, remember, it's you in charge of your destiny, not others. Be safe, keep it real, and keep it rolling.